when I played it, I said I'm done.
Yeah, most of the Simpsons games always sucked anyway, especially Simpsons Wrestling. That was horrible.
that was bad.
Oh man.
I had some fun with Virtual Bart.
Oh.
That was okay.
It was just a series of mini games.
Yeah,
it was WarioWare before WarioWare.
It was just stupid fun. You know, you don't have to sit there and fucking jump through stuff and paint aliens or whatever.
Ninja Gaiden.
Really?
Ninja
It's
Gaiden
hard. I didn't think it was
It's
bad.
hard. No, they're not bad games. Well, the Xbox ones are bad. But
The first one was
the
decent.
first three are awesome.
The first one was on NES, wasn't
The
it?
first three were.
First
Well, they
three
were
were on
originally
NES.
arcade.
Which one was it that had a picture of him with the dragon background?
The second one.
I had that one. I liked that one. That one was fun.
Hard.
Yes, I do remember
And
that.
the Ninja Gaiden series is one of the rare examples of a game that started out in the arcade, and the console port was actually better than the arcade.
Can't say the same thing about Strider. I mean,
Well,
Strider
the
didn't
Genesis,
really hit.
Genesis Strider was.
Genesis Strider was fantastic, but the first Strider that came out on the system
on the
was
NES
horrible.
was horrible.
Everything after that was great,
Couldn't have
though.
been any worse than Street Fighter 2029.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad. I remember playing
That's
that.
a horrible. I literally, I to this day think that there is not enough time given in the last area to get to the final boss and beat it. On the,
Oh, okay.
I
Totally
the
lost.
thing is, I never played it far enough to get to a boss because it sucked that much.
well, yeah, and
Same here.
I can't
Man, I
remember
got
how
maybe-
much time. I can't remember
You
how much
watched it, I
time.
was like,
you
what the fuck am I supposed to do?
How much of a fucking masochist do you have to be to sit there and get far enough into that game to get to the final boss level?
Well, I did play Silver
Sounds like
Surfer.
Silver Surfer, yeah.
So,
But
That's
Silver
pretty much the other
Surfer's kind of a
thing.
strange thing because the levels are ridiculously hard, and then you get to the bosses, and the bosses are fucking easy.
You might as well be on autopilot while fighting most of the bosses. If you can get to the boss, I mean, you deserve to beat him.
Once again, a game with consequences. You die, you start over.
Well, I mean, it's
And then you get to see his
everything
fucking
kills you. It's
so
a
sad
shame
face.
pose.
You have defeated me, sir.
Son of a bitch.
I
Let me go pout on my Silver Surfboard.
mean, that's a game that's hard for no good reason. I mean, I know that it's a shoot 'em up, and they're supposed to be difficult, but but you touch a wall in a shoot 'em up, and you don't die. I take that back. You die in Ikaruga if you hit a wall.
I don't know that one.
But Ikaruga is awesome.
What's another set of bad games, or a bad game, or just a game that's good, that we like parts of it,
Dragon Quest.
which are the first one?
The first one.
First one.
The second one's not bad either. After that, they're kind of not the greatest.
Yeah,
games.
I was so hooked on that as a kid.
Oh yeah, I love Dragon Quest.
I got hurt playing baseball and was stuck at home. I'd actually sprained my ankle bad enough to have crutches, and I just had to stay home. I spent days on that. My mom would have to come just like just peel me away from the game.
Dragon Quest was well, okay, if you count Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for the Intellivision, it's the third. Yeah, it's the third role-playing game that I ever played.
You step around it.
Isn't that the game your dad
All right.
Yeah, my
Cowboy
dad
Peers.
loves it. But it was if you don't count that, it's the second role-playing game I ever played. The first one I played was Final Fantasy. And I loved it more than Final Fantasy, actually. I really did.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Partially because it was easier than Final Fantasy.
But if you're gonna talk bad ones from back in that time, Wizardry.
Oh,
Wizardry
terrible.
Fucking terrible.
Oh my goodness.
The Wizardry series is kind of one of those series that got better as it went along. Like the one for the PlayStation 2, Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land, is an awesome game.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I
It's
played the
hard.
first one on Nintendo and was like, this is
Wizardry 9 was really good on the PC. But Wizardry was had like the opposite way Might and Magic games went, because they were pretty
Might
much the
and
same damn game.
Yeah.
But
I did like the Might and Magic with the mask thing the guy wore that dug into his skin. It was like a third person hack and slash.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one was not a
PlayStation.
But
Yeah.
hey, if you think about it though, you said that the ninth game in Wizardry was really good. It took them 9
9
fucking
games to get it right.
That's true.
And it's like Might and Magic went like a roller coaster. It's like they had a good game, and then they had a game that just sucked assholes, and then they had a really good game, and then another game that just dipped below below the one that sucked the first one.
Remember Swords and Sorcery?
I remember that
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, hey,
fuck.
Jerry, how do you feel about Eye of the Beholder?
Yeah.
one too. Eye of the Beholder.
For all the
Because
time.
I remember you playing it over at Dan's and getting really pissed at it.
I got really pissed at it because the controls are ridiculously stupid as shit on that game. I was like, why?
What we need to talk about really is Jerry's most favorite game of all time, Oracle of Ages.
How do you feel about the Tokay?
Fuck them.
I remember you
Steal
had
my
the
shit.
greatest time of your life.
If I had my sword, they
You know,
all
that was the
die.
nice thing. The very first marathon we ever did, obviously Zelda, Jerry had to play Oracle of Ages because I can't remember
Is
who
that what
was.
BJ just like? I
No,
really-
BJ was
I thought-
playing. BJ was playing Ocarina of Time, and then like we had to trade off from like 3 different people. It took us 13 hours to beat it. I can't remember who was going to play Oracle of Ages. Yeah, Ian, and he had to do something, or he just quit on us.
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah. And so Jerry's playing it, and Jerry's already kind of pissed off from lack of sleep.
We're going together.
He was too jazzed about the Miracles music video.
Guys, I'm going to Gathering of the Juggalos.
But yeah, he was already pissed off from
Favorite
lack of sleep.
non-pornographic magazine to masturbate.
Shotgun
And
question.
so he gets on the little raft and he crashes on the island. I come out of the bathroom and see where he is, and I'm like, "Oh, you're to the part where they steal your shit." And Sherry goes, "What?"
See, the best part about that entire thing was I never met any of these guys
Yeah.
until that point.
Good first impression.
I just found one of the flyers around town, and I was gonna be there for the whole thing, but I ended up I went to California with my family, and I came back early to go do the marathon. And I walk in at the point when Jerry's getting all his shit stolen, and just see him fucking raging.
Yeah, I make a good first impression. I
It was
think.
fantastic.
What was best was the apology afterward. When he's like, "I'm sorry, I was all pissed off and stuff." And I was just like, "I don't care, it's fine."
Yeah, I don't want to be a dick for just being. Well, I kind of do. Be a dick for being dick for just to be a dick. But you know,
Hey,
a person who might help a lot, who has helped a lot during the marathons, I didn't want to run his ass away after the first marathon
Yeah.
or the last 40 hours of the first marathon.
It was terrible. It was bad. Oh no, I think one of my other favorite parts during that marathon was I'd gotten like 4 hours of sleep when I had to play Legend of Zelda, and but I got to the 8th dungeon and I had fallen asleep and autopiloted my way through the 8th dungeon while I was asleep.
I got 2 hours of sleep between Link's Awakening and Minish Cap. So shut the fuck up.
You did fucking good on Minish Cap for not practicing it.
Oh, this year?
No, for the first one.
Oh, I practiced that one.
Oh, you did?
Just not much.
I did. Oh, okay.
I because I was supposed to play the second Zelda, which also sucks ass. But
Yeah, it does.
I am error.
Thank goodness we have court check.
It's astonishing.
Holy shit. Well, yeah.
yeah, I'm so glad he's taking care of that.
Well,
game.
no. During the first marathon, we had Dan playing it, and Dan hadn't played Zelda 2 for something like I think he said like
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years. And he sits down and plays it, and he tears through that game in 6 hours, which you're like, oh, that's slow, but for not having played it for 15 years,
Yeah.
damn.
So will everyone agree with me on Mario 2?
Mario 2 wasn't a Mario game.
Yeah,
Doki Doki Panic.
it was hard though, and it wasn't terribly good. But
That's the one that introduced
The actual Mario 2 is
Yeah,
kinda fucking
with
hard.
the turnips and
Yeah.
I used to.
yeah, I like how it's not even a Mario game, but later Mario games incorporated characters
Yeah.
from it. Like there's
Birdo was one of the bosses in Mario RPG.
there's the Shy Guy.
Like Mario
is,
Tennis.
the Super Mario World.
Yeah, there's
No,
Shy,
right,
no in
Yoshi's
Yoshi's Island had Shy Guys. Mario RPG had Shy Guys. There's a Shy Guy in Mario 64, which you used to do a speed trick to get one of the stars in Shifting Sandlands. But it's really fucking hard to do.
I remember playing 2 and going,
This is a Mario game.
what?
And then you play the real 2 and you're like, holy shit, this is hard.
See, what disappointed me about Mario 2 was whenever they started re-releasing them on Game Boy Advance, that's the first one they went with.
Yeah.
I still fucking played the hell out of it, but
Oh, yeah.
at the same time, it was like, I'd rather be playing like the first Mario or Mario 3 or something that was a little bit more significant.
You know, I hate to say this.
But you're going to say it anyways.
Yeah, I am going to say it anyway.
a lot of things.
I hate to say it because, you know, it's like one of my favorite game series, and it's the game series that introduced me to speedrunning. But I hate Metroid 2 with a passion. That game sucks so much.
Which one's Metroid 2?
Yeah. Guess
One
which
way or
game
another,
I
that's-
haven't played since I
It's
practiced
only on
for
the
the
Game Boy.
marathon over a year ago.
Is the Game Boy
So I was
one.
hoping you weren't talking about Super Metroid.
No, I love Super Metroid. No, for a little while I had a run up on SDA of Super Metroid for
That game
42 minutes. And then some bastard came, some bitch came in and did it in 36 minutes.
That cunt.
And, well, no, she's actually a really awesome person.
So that awesome cunt.
She's actually Samus.
Yeah. Well, no, and she's got
Let me show you how to do
well, yeah, and she's got the 100% run time up on SDA for Super Metroid that's been up there for
So
6
She
years.
likes that game. She lives that game.
She does. She's got it there. It's been up
She
there.
really is serious.
It's been up there for 6 years.
Wow.
And like that's the main topic on the forum is someone needs to beat this run,
Somebody toppled her.
but nobody wants to because that run is damn near perfect. There's like little bitty mistakes here and there that like everybody makes. It like pixel perfect things like, oh, you need to jump and land a pixel to the left.
Speaking of speedruns, aren't we supposed to possibly break some during our Final Fantasy marathon?
I don't know about break.
I mean,
I know.
Keenan's looking damn good on his.
Well, actually, Keenan might be breaking the Final Fantasy X run. The current run up on SDA is 10 hours and 25 minutes.
A single segment.
Yes, it is single segment. And his fastest practice time on it was what, 10:15?
10-15. So it's a good possibility that he'll be able to pull it off. I mean, he did.
There's
damn well
not
last
there's
time.
not a run up for single segment for 12 on SDA.
Who's playing 12?
I
This
looked.
guy
I
over
just.
here.
I just
That's
looked not
26
long.
right now.
I just looked not long ago, and there's not a
Never
run up
played
for
that.
12. Period.
No, there's not. There's
I
not
bought
a
it
run up
when I
for
owned
12
the
period.
PlayStation 2. I owned the PlayStation 2 for about 6 months.
My single segment
Essentia,
run
I
is not
enjoy
going to be
it.
good
I like
enough.
the system
Essentia,
that they added
the,
to it, the targeting and everything.
the girl that has the Final Fantasy
Many of the
VI
Final
single
Fantasies.
segment
Like, I
and
loved
the
it.
10
The hell
single
out of it.
segment, and I think she has the 9 single segment run,
It's good though.
was planning a 12 run, but I think she gave up on that
I've been
one.
trying to do it. I've got it set
But
to
she came up
save.
with a lot
Like,
of
my
really
only save file
badass
right
tricks
now
to get
that I'm
through it.
running
Like she came up with a way.
practicing for is I've saved right
Um,
after the scene with Rex when Rex dies, that opening scene.
I think.
Go talk to this guy, that portion. After that, I'm trying.
I think she came up with a. I think she came up with a way near the beginning of the game to get hold of the bubble belt,
and just paused it for.
and that saves a lot of time being able to
Saved
jump
it.
and hit points.
But I gotta.
There's not a single
I'm gonna
segment
try
up
for
for
the,
8. I know the guy that we have playing
Zodiac
right
Spirit,
now,
possibly.
Foxnor. He's actually
Because
been
there's
planning
way
a
actually
run,
99
a single
almost.
segment run for
They
8
wanted-
for
they
like
wanted
10
to.
hours to submit. So
I figured out how to do it.
I'm
And the last
I'm
boss,
assuming
you
that
can
if
kill it
he
by
does
throwing,
really good for the run for the marathon, he'll probably